Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into something that might look simple at first, but actually reveals much more than people expect. Because when Kelly Jo Bates talks about her youngest daughter-in-law, she is not just giving compliments. She is carefully shaping how that person is seen inside the family. And the way she does it feels intentional, layered, and a little bit revealing. In this video, we will break down what Kelly Jo really said, how she chose to describe Emerson, and why those words matter more than they seem. From the way she connects personality to meaning, to how she acknowledges distance while still keeping everything warm and positive, there is a deeper story here about family dynamics, expectations, and quiet changes. Let's take a closer look at the message behind her words and what this post might be telling us about Emerson's place in the Bates family. Kelly Jo Bates' latest birthday tribute to Emerson instantly stood out as something far more intentional than a simple celebratory post. From the very first lines of her caption, it becomes clear that this is not just about marking another year, but about defining who Emerson is within the family. She wrote, "Happy 23rd birthday, Emerson. Everyone knows how much I love to look up meanings of names, and I couldn't help noticing what a beautiful meaning your name has. Emerson means child of Emery, which means powerful, industrious ruler, and it's usually interpreted to represent bravery and power. Your middle name, Hope, is probably one of my absolute favorite names because of the hope we have in Christ. It's a name that offers courage, strength, and positive expectation." Right away, Kelly Jo leans into her signature style, using the meaning of a name as a way to shape identity. It's thoughtful, yes, but also very deliberate in how it frames Emerson, not just as a person, but as someone who embodies the values the family holds close. What makes the caption even more layered is how Kelly Jo transitions from meaning to personality, drawing a direct connection between definition and lived character. She continues, "When I look at you, the qualities I notice the most is your sweet smile and your gentle, calm personality. You always seem to reflect joy. You're always welcoming, kind, and patient. There's a subtle but important contrast here. Emerson's name is described as powerful and strong, yet Kelly Jo emphasizes softness, calmness, and kindness as her most defining traits. It quietly reinforces a very specific idea of strength, one that is expressed through gentleness rather than dominance. In that sense, the caption does more than compliment Emerson. It places her perfectly within the family's broader value system, where inner character matters more than outward force. Then there's one line that adds an entirely different layer to the post, even though it's easy to overlook at first glance. Kelly Jo writes, "I don't get to Florida to visit nearly as often as I'd like, but you're constantly in my thoughts and prayers, and I continually thank God for joining you to our lives." It's a small acknowledgement of distance, but it carries weight. Whether it's purely geographic or also reflective of different lifestyles, the message is carefully balanced. Any hint of separation is immediately softened with reassurance of emotional closeness and gratitude. It's a polished way of saying that even when they're not physically present, the connection remains strong, which is especially meaningful in a large, tightly knit family like theirs. The photo selection that accompanies the caption tells its own story, and it's just as intentional. The sequence feels almost cinematic, starting with romantic couple shots, moving into a classic wedding portrait, and then transitioning into pregnancy and early motherhood. Each image builds on the last, creating a clear life progression that feels cohesive rather than random. Even the hospital photo, which could have been raw or chaotic, is presented in a calm and composed way. Nothing feels accidental here. The entire visual narrative reinforces stability, love, and continuity, as if each phase of life flows seamlessly into the next. One detail that stands out across these photos is the consistent effort to maintain their child's privacy. While glimpses of family life are shared, the baby's face is often covered or not fully shown. In today's social media landscape, where children are frequently at the center of content, this choice feels intentional and, to many, refreshing. It suggests that Emerson and Jackson have drawn a clear line between what they are willing to share and what they prefer to keep private. Rather than diminishing their presence, this boundary actually adds to their appeal. It gives the impression that their life exists beyond the curated frame of social media, which resonates strongly with audiences looking for authenticity. The reactions to the post reflect this layered perception as well. On the surface, the comment section is overwhelmingly positive and supportive, filled with birthday wishes, compliments, and warm sentiments. Emerson herself even responded, "Thank you so much. Your words are too kind," which reinforces the sense of genuine appreciation and mutual respect. The tone remains consistently kind, almost intentionally so, creating a space that feels safe and celebratory. It's the kind of engagement that aligns perfectly with the image the post is projecting. But beyond that immediate layer, broader public reactions reveal a more nuanced conversation. Many people are drawn to Emerson's appearance, often describing her as naturally beautiful in a way that feels increasingly rare online. She's seen as someone who doesn't fully conform to the highly polished, trend-driven aesthetic that dominates social media. Instead, her look is often described as classic, understated, and refreshingly real. Comparisons to well-known actresses come up not to place her in competition, but to highlight a certain timeless quality in her appearance. This positions her in a unique space where she stands out precisely because she isn't trying too hard to fit a mold. Her more private lifestyle also plays a significant role in how she's perceived. There's a noticeable sense of respect for the fact that she and Jackson don't seem overly focused on constant visibility. In a culture where being present online often equals relevance, stepping back can feel like a bold choice. Yet, in their case, it works in their favor. They come across as grounded, intentional, and less influenced by external pressures. That distance from the spotlight doesn't make them less interesting. It actually makes them more intriguing. At the same time, some observers have pointed out subtle shifts in how the family as a whole presents itself. There's a growing sense that certain standards, particularly around style and self-expression, have become more relaxed over time. Emerson is often seen as part of this shift, not in a dramatic way, but through small details that signal a more modern approach. This isn't necessarily framed as a negative change. If anything, it suggests evolution, a natural adjustment as new personalities and perspectives become part of the family dynamic. When all of these elements come together, the post reveals more than it initially appears to. On one level, it's a heartfelt birthday tribute filled with love and admiration. On another, it subtly reflects the intersection of tradition and change within the family. Kelly Jo presents Emerson as gentle, faithful, and deeply valued, while the public sees someone who is also modern, private, and quietly distinct. Those two narratives don't clash, they coexist, adding depth to Emerson's image. In the end, what makes this post so compelling is not just what it shows, but what it suggests. Emerson doesn't dominate the spotlight, and she doesn't need to. Her presence feels steady rather than performative, intentional rather than reactive. And in a space where visibility is often equated with importance, that quiet consistency might be exactly what sets her apart the most. And maybe that is exactly why this moment feels different. Not louder, not more dramatic, but quietly meaningful in a way that stays with you. It leaves just enough room to wonder how much of this was simply a birthday message, and how much of it was something more intentional. So, what do you think about the way Kelly Jo described her youngest daughter-in-law and what it might reveal beneath the surface? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and how you see Emerson's place within the family right now. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into stories like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.